Good morning, Kalispell. I hope you are all doing fantastic. So today's video is a follow-up to the one I did a couple days ago, and I do apologize. I wasn't able to get on here yesterday and do this video for everyone. Today's video is the importance of the cervical curve, which is a follow-up to the minimizing what is whiplash or the whiplash diagnosis. So in the neck, from, let's say my head's going this way, from a side view, your neck should have a 42-degree curve. Hey Cody, what's up? With the belly of the curve going towards your throat. If you do have whiplash or a reduction of your cervical curve, since the ambiguous terms are being used, a flattening of the curve or less than 42 degrees, what you're going to do is you're going to have some displacement of your head, which 90+% of the time when your curve straightens, the head goes forward, and you'll start to see that dreaded humpback in the upper back start to appear. And in some cases, the head will actually go backwards. A straight neck is also called a military neck. On the rarer side of things, you'll actually see the curve reverse, which is really, really bad. And why that's important. So if your head is going forward or backwards, it doesn't matter if there's displacement of your head. Yeah, that's right. It's 60 degrees, man. It's an excelente curve. No, if your head is going forward or backward, for every inch of displacement that you have, you're actually throwing 12 to 15 pounds of extra weight to, it's called your cervicothoracic junction, or people with that issue commonly refer to it as the grump bump. It'll get sore and achy and kind of make you irritable. That'll also start to cause some arthritis in these joints back here, the facet joints, which actually move together, assist in rotation and an extension and flexion of the neck. You'll start to get arthritis there. Or if you're noticing your neck turning and it sounds like gravel, hello, reduced curve, arthritis in the facet joints. That's not reversible. We can actually improve the curve of the neck, but you can't reverse arthritis. You can make improvements of function to the damaged areas over time, and we see that every day here, honestly. Another negative impact of having a reduced curve in your neck is you'll actually start to flatten the curve of the middle back, and you'll start to have things show up like rib pain or muscle spasms or aches up under the shoulder blades. Not fun at all. The most common one that I see actually is low back pain. So if you straighten out the other curves, you're actually going to force the low back to start to do the work of the other areas of the spine. Pretty nasty stuff. And the most common thing I actually see when it is a bad neck is a quote-unquote low back that goes out, and you weren't doing anything vigorous to cause it. And of course you can hurt your low back too. In no way, shape, or form am I minimizing that. You just wake up and your low back's killing you. Oftentimes that's a bad neck. Over many years, your spine will compensate and try to make up for that curve, and your low back just finally, one day, it's the straw that broke the camel's back and just goes on you. That can be a nastier situation to fix, which again, we see that every day. Our bodies just are designed to have less pain reception in the spine itself. So a lot of times we are seeing more chronic type issues showing up. So also, having that curve to the neck, the nice C-shaped curve, the spinal cord has less tension on it. So with that curve going like that, your spinal cord gets a nice straight shot all the way down to your tailbone. When you flatten that curve, you're actually putting tension onto the cord, and you can start to have all sorts of crazy stuff happen, especially if you have arthritis in those joints. You can have bone spurs, and it can be hitting a nerve root. But the things that we'll see, weakness in the neck, either with flexion, extension, or lateral bending of the neck. Those apply to the upper 3 motor neurons of the neck. Middle and lower neck, you actually start to see arm weakness show up. It's very, very subtle. You probably won't notice it unless we test it. The things that people will notice is if they get prickling or tingling in an arm or in their hands. Worse yet, if you have shooting pains, you need help sooner rather than later in all of these scenarios. So, if you guys and gals have any questions or comments, feel free to drop on here, leave it in the comments section below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you have a great day. See ya.